Episode number, parentheses, Fat Natchies.
Fat Natchies.
Now we gotta do an intro for it. Ready? Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Welcome back to Roleplay. I am your DM. My name is Nick. Joining me today in fucking Fat Natchies. Terrible. Joining me today with her Fat Natchies comments, playing our Genasi. It's Jess. How's it going, Jess?
Hello. I'm doing good. How are you?
Not making any comments about Fat Natchies. It's our resident orc, Bjorn Mudhands, played by Brett. How's it going, Brett?
Yo, yo, I'm always down for some Fat Natchies.
And last but never least,
This is my nickname in college.
Tony the Hobgoblin Cleric, played by Romeo. How you doing, Romeo?
Hi. Doing good.
Well, it's time to address the cliffhanger from the last episode. We got to talk about these Fat Natchies, apparently.
Is that who it is, though? The manager?
According to
I think
Jess.
she's up here.
And if we get 10,000 views
Okay.
on this video, we're changing
Here's
the name
the
of the
thing.
podcast to Fat
Fat
Natchies.
Yeah,
Podcast.
Fat
Also,
Natchies.
tell me I'm wrong. Tell me
Okay,
I'm
hold
wrong.
on, wait a
Zoom in
minute.
on-
Listen, I will commit to changing the name of the podcast to Fat Natchies, but I'm sorry. Can we spell it Fat Natties? Can we call it Fat Natties, like Fat Natties?
Oh, yes, we
20s?
can.
Yeah.
I'm down.
We
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
have
that's-
some capability to move on.
That's what I thought that we were going with
Yeah, Fat
listen,
Natties.
the whole time.
Fat Natties? Okay, alright.
Yeah.
Alright. Fat Natties.
I mean, D20s are the perfect shape.
Yeah, I
It's
guess
true.
they are. Yeah, the three of you approach the rear stalls. Some eyes looking at you for some trouble maybe one of you is causing earlier. But you come across what is one of the most promiscuous goblins with the biggest Fat Natchies.
Fat Natchies,
Damn
that's
it,
what I'm
Jessica.
saying. Tell me I'm wrong.
Oh, she's got big old Fat Natchies, Jess, and that's... I shouldn't
Yeah.
objectify a goblin that way. She,
Is this, what's her name? Irma?
Irma, yeah.
Wow, she does have Fat Natchies.
Oh my gosh.
That's what I'm saying.
Goodness.
I'm just stating facts. I mean, like, first of all, love your glasses and your hair. Second of all, your Natchies, they're out. Third of all, I think we had a question for you, but I don't remember what it was.
That's you just got too mesmerized by the Fat Natchies.
I got mesmerized by the Natchies. I forgot.
Oh my goodness. She,
Where are my friends?
she looks
gonna-
at you with kind of stoic eyes and just kind of, so, is this something I could do for you, or what is it, sweetheart?
This
Sensing
definitely was not the voice I expected to come out of your mouth.
Listen,
I'm waiting for
listen.
my friends have a question for you.
sensing my colleague is in trouble. I'm gonna go ahead and come on over.
This
And,
is Irma, Miss Natchies.
Hi, Irma.
What can I do for you, big boy?
Hey, how's it going? I don't know. Buy me a drink first. How's it going?
Listen, you buy me a drink, and then we're talking.
Hey, maybe I will. All right. We talked to your boss.
By the way, this was a free model. I did not fucking buy this. I did not make this on Hero Forge. This was a community-made mod.
Sure. Uh-huh.
This is community-made.
I don't
Yeah.
believe you, Nick.
Listen, Hero Forge don't supply the Fat Natchies, alright? Hero Forge don't do it.
those are custom. You got to make them yourself. So I go ahead and I'm gonna show her the picture of the wanted poster of Shovelgar, and
Yeah. I was told we cleared out his room. He's not welcome back on the premises.
did he leave anything behind that you guys have, like in a box that maybe we could go through to see if we can get any information on maybe where he went?
She says, I'm a little too busy doing this kind of inventory right now. I really don't have the kind of time you're looking for.
Oh, I can help you. I'm great at inventorying things.
Yeah, perhaps
Count
if you
really
were
fast.
to inventory me some liquid entertainment, that I could help you.
You want a drink?
She goes, no, I would never drink on the premises.
Does she wink at me?
With like visibly winking constantly. Blink, 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 one eye.
Got it. I'm like, tell you what, how about once you're off your shifts, we'll go treat you some drinks at the local bar.
She,
this evening.
give me a persuasion. But you're not doing it now, you're saying you'll do it later.
Let me see what's. Ooh, my charisma's not great.
I could do it.
Too late now.
No.
You're too distracted by the Natchies.
I am. I'm mesmerized.
That would be a 2 because I'm a negative.
He
2.
also is mesmerized by the Natchies.
She goes, hey, I know I'm short, but I'm not all the way down there. Here's a canteen, kiddo. Go fill it up for me, and then I'll hook you up.
What are you inventorying?
Too busy to talk about it, and she turns around and goes back to checking
Do
boxes and scratching on her paper.
All right. Well, I'll take the canteen and I'll go meet up with. We got to go to the pub anyway to go talk to our friend Zinni. So we'll be back.
Battle hardened.
All right. I'm gonna go grab Tony and be like, "Hey, Tony, ready to go talk to those Zinni boys about possibility of them knowing what that crystal's from?"
Yeah. Hopefully you guys weren't doing anything too entertaining. I was looking at this cactus.
We saw these Natchies, and they were so big, and we have to buy her a drink now.
I have no words.
You approach these gentlemen just sitting around, loitering, the worst of all crimes, outside of the bar. They look like they're a little too sober, but they kind of scowl as you approach.
Be like, hey,
Who's got the crystal
do.
on him?
I do.
You do?
Yeah. I don't want to give it to him.
Who's got the best charisma in this group?
I have a +0.
Not a very charismatic group.
Tony, what you got?
I also have.
Are we doing deception? Because I'm decent at that.
I mean, it's better than mine. I'm -2 in charisma, so.
Jess is good with deception, and I'm good at intimidation.
I'm good at insight too.
Then I'm gonna let you guys take the. Take the reins on this questioning
Let
while
Jesus
I go.
take the reins.
While I go fill up this canteen.
He has priorities, alright. I'm gonna be like, hey, I heard your brother died.
He looks at you quizzically, like absolutely confused by this zinger of a first
Insight.
question.
Insight check. What was he doing over there?
He just stares at you, like absolutely flabbergasted by the audacity of the question.
Here's the thing, guys. I forgot what we were supposed to be asking him.
Well, you could have, asked us before you talked. We're trying to figure out if, because the innkeeper thinks that he may have been part of.
Oh yeah.
Of placing the stone to kill Bernie's or Berna's family. Yes, there's no proof, but he has a gut feeling that he may be part of it, and he also knows that his brother never came back from that area, so maybe go in with more of a gentler tone and be like, we just came back from blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. So I heard you guys, you get around, right? And we were looking for this Berna's family, and we saw this crazy tower. Have you seen that before?
And he continues to stare, not willing to answer any of your questions. But for whatever reason, the orc feels compelled. Nobody goes near the tower. None of us ever go near the tower.
Insight check. Is he bullshitting me?
Roll it.
Oh, that was the wrong button. I got a 13.
I mean, he seems like he's got genuine concern. Like, the tower is not a safe place to hang out.
Okay, cool. Have you ever been to Berna? Have you ever been to the, what are they called? Rabbit people's houses? Do you know what that is? The Herringons? If you haven't been to the tower, we were in the area, you know, and do you know anything about that?
He looks at you, and he kind of just smiles, and he says, well, Berna's a right friend. I've never seen her home. Perhaps one day you could show it to us.
I'm gonna take out the ignition gem, and I'm gonna like flick it between my fingers in front of them, and I want to see if I get a reaction, and then I'm gonna put it back in my pocket.
I mean, you would need to give me an insight check.
Okay. That one is a 14.
14. I'm just gonna grab one of these. Don't even worry about it.
Can I actually use my inspiration and reroll that?
Oh, yeah. Give it a second roll.
Oops, that's the wrong one. We're doing insight, right?
Yeah. Oh, no!
Ooh, Game Master, no!
Oh, you get real low.
What's your second roll, Jess?
I got a 17.
Well, with that nat 1, he, like, absolutely makes a face of pure shock and terror as he sees
straight
the
up
gem
confesses
in your hands.
Wait, can you say that again? Sorry, Romeo was talking.
He makes an absolute face of shock and terror as he sees that in your hands, unable to control himself until about 5 seconds later when he goes back to his regular scowl.
I'm gonna take it out of my pocket again and throw it up in the air and then catch it and be like, oh, do you recognize this? Do you know what this is? We just found it, you know?
He just looks at the two others and says, come on, lads. We've got nothing left here. And they begin stalking away from you.
And they look scared when they're going away?
They look concerned.
I'm gonna skip behind them and be like, hey, where are you guys going?
They just march out of town. You're free to follow them if you like.
I'm gonna follow them, kind of. Yeah. Are there more people joining them? Oh, no.
You eventually... Well, Brett's not there, so,
yeah. While they were discussing that, I'm going to have been getting the tankard filled, or the flask filled with the hardest hitting hooch they got. Because she's a day drinker, she likes to go hard, I'm assuming.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Bjorn is not with you guys, and you've now left town.
I'm just gonna be like, hey, why are you guys off in such a hurry? We were talking, we were chatting, we were gonna go get a drink. Do you want to join us?
Things to do, people to see. You're so busy lately.
Doing what?
Oh, you know, stocks and bonds, trades, sales, escrow.
Is there a way... What do I want to do? I guess that's it. Never mind. I'll be like, alright, see you later then. And then I'm gonna go tell Tony and be like, they were freaking out when they saw this gem.
Yeah, they leave town. They dip out of town.
We follow them.
I mean, I don't think we should leave Bjorn behind. Let's go tell him though. They were like super sus about that, and they definitely like ran out of town as fast as they could.
I mean, the alcohol's gonna keep. We can come back and give it to her later. Someone just needs to come down here and tell me what's going on.
Yeah, I'll go get him. I'll go get him.
Yeah. You run down the other side of town, but Tony, are you following these people still?
The best I can.
I can track you, Caitlin. Hopefully, maybe.
Okay. Unfortunately, that means that by this point, Watson has completely left your line of sight. You're actually on the trail out of town at this point. And the three of them, seeing that you're alone, actually look back, split off, and begin leaving in 3 separate directions. Do you follow one in particular?
Yes. The
Zinni.
yeah, Zenny and fuck. Sorry, let me check my inventory. Because what I wanted to
Zinni begins to take off, like really just full jog.
Maybe yell at him saying, "I know what happened to your brother."
Oh yeah, that's smart.
Get him to stop. Is like, "I know where your brother is."
Yeah, I will cast command on him.
Okay.
Ooh.
He has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oof.
Ooh.
Sorry, my man. That's a 20 for him.
Okay.
He sees you making this attempt, and he takes off at a full sprint, makes a left-hand turn around a series of boulders, and temporarily leaves your line of sight.
Well, I'm still following him.
Okay.
I want to alert Bjorn that we need to skedaddle because
You
Tony's gone off
turn
on
the
his own.
corner,
Follow them.
Tony, and see nothing but rolling hills. No Zinni in sight.
I know he's here. So I guess, look around. Make an active perception check, because I know this bitch is just
Okay.
fucking off.
Yeah, give me that roll.
I'm gonna use my inspiration. Pretty good. But I don't know if that's gonna be enough.
You look at the dirt, you see tracks, and they seem to just stop behind one of the boulders, and then there's just nothing there. You're not sure where he went.
Alright, investigate this bitch. I'm gonna start pushing on the boulder for any secret door or something.
Okay. Yeah, give me that investigation check.
Holy fuck, that one went wild. That better. Sorry. Digital character sheet doesn't have everything red on the front. Investigation. What was that? 18? I think.
18.
Yeah.
Not natural 20, dirty 20.
As ordinary as they come, this boulder. It's not like it's a secret door. Unfortunately, it's just a boulder. And it seems to hold no value other than, you know, the eons that it spends out in this field.
Alright, I will just continue looking, I guess.
Yeah, you spend 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour.
I mean, I assume my friends would get here before the hour is up. We didn't go that far out of
They
town.
don't know where you went, and they
But I was
eventually...
going to do a survival check to track him.
They
the way
would
back.
eventually stumble upon you walking around looking at boulders.
Well, I would have been in the same area. I
Sure,
would've,
but out of
like,
sight, like I had mentioned when he disappeared earlier. You guys are there. You see Tony's looking at boulders.
I want to help him do an investigation check because I'm actually clutch at those.
Did I ever get my hooch?
You got it, but it's just in your canteen. You never turned it in.
No, I know that, but I'm just like, did I owe money or what's going on?
Yeah, I mean, you know that it's, what was it, 1 silver piece for a thing of... Oh, but you wanted premium, right?
Yeah, I
Okay.
wanted something a little heavier,
Yeah.
a little harder.
I mean, you could say that you paid 5 silver, but you're holding
All
on
right.
to it. You haven't turned it in or anything.
Yeah, that's fine. I just
Okay.
wanted to know that because before I left, because as far as like what I was gonna be paying. So, all right, I'll run out and meet my friends.
Okay.
Yeah. You look around and you just show up. You see that they're inspecting boulders when you arrive.
Can I do an insight, or sorry, can I do an investigation check?
Sure. Yeah, investigate that boulder.
That's a natural 20 for a total of 25. I'm
Ooh.
actually good at these.
You're looking around and you see that the boulder has like the most imperceptible scuff mark towards the top of it, as if someone had recently climbed this object.
Can I find more of them? Do I see more of them if I start climbing up it?
Climbing up it, you see that the most gentle amount of dirt has been displaced from the top of this boulder. It's as if someone had climbed above it and then moved on. It looks like they jumped down and the tracks disappear into the woods.
And I can't find any more tracks.
You could slowly push through looking for each individual step in the sand.
Yeah, I want to do that. Do I need to do another?
Yeah, yep. It's going to be another survival check.
Survive? I'm less good at these, for the record. That's a natural 1. Okay.
You lose track of
You win some,
this person, unfortunately.
you lose some. Sorry, everyone. I tried. I do think he went in this general direction.
Well, they seem to hang out around here, so maybe they'll come back. Maybe we can ask. Maybe
yeah.
the bar. Maybe the. Yeah, or maybe they seem to like to hang out in the bar. Maybe the bar owner will know where they hang out outside of town, or knows where he spends his time.
Either way, they were very sus when I took out that stone. So,
Yeah, we definitely want to revisit those guys. I'm gonna head back to the bar after we lose them, and just since we're still talking, or we're right here before we go back, talk to Irma, ask him if he knows where where Zinni and his friends usually hang out outside of town.
He just looks to you and he says, "Hey, I've got no gibbles playing with any kind of ruffian or any matter of the sort. I've got no purpose in it."
Do you know anybody who might know their comings and goings?
No, I can't tell you there, you little young guy. I just don't seem to have the wherewithal to give you any form of information that might be of a particular kind.
All right. Well, thank you very much. I'm gonna just walk out. Well, if these guys are shady, I'm gonna talk to my other buddies. Maybe the castle guards, have a lock on them. Maybe they've run into them a few times and can maybe give us one of their spots they might hang out by. But let's deal with left of what the shovel guard. Yeah, shovel guard stuff while we're still here, and then we can go talk to the guards and see if we can track those guys down.
Yeah, like 3 hours later, you show up to an Irma still doing her job, taking inventory. She looks at you confused about why you've approached her.
I was like, hey, I got that water for you, and I wink at her. And I hand her back her flask.
She sighs. Ugh. It took you long enough, kid. My shift's almost over.
I'm just
Sorry.
saying, I could have inventoried for you.
We got hung up.
She takes a full drink. She leans to her left, looks at your associate, who says that she would have done inventory for her. She goes, here is a box of his former belongings. I don't want to deal with this shit. Maybe don't give it to your friend there. She looks shady.
Alright, cool.
Or I look excellent at
She
inventorying
immediately
things.
walks
I'm
away,
great at
taking a
small
swig
details.
of her beverage, doing her best to make distance between you.
Oh, I forgot to ask her for her number. Shit.
Well, obviously ruffling through these belongings. Do we see anything interesting?
First of all, I have them in my possession.
Well, it appears to be just like a wood latched case. It creaks open gently as you look inside, and it appears to be letters, paper documents. There's a small pouch, as well as a few utensils and a wooden bowl.
What's inside the pouch?
Yeah, you open it to find that there's an unusual black sand, but that's about it.
Interesting. Maybe we go take this to your apothecary friend. Maybe she knows what it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Can you, before I go, can you stab me a little bit?
Listen,
She
I'm not
doesn't
gonna
like when you go there and you're not injured.
I'm not gonna kink shame, but I don't know if I can comfortable with this.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. I'll just.
How about you just have Winston bite you?
His name is Weasley. Thank you.
Weasley, sorry, Weasley.
No, I'm gonna head that direction, and I'm just gonna like take out my dagger and slice my arm for like 1 point of damage.
Okay. Yeah, you cut your arm, afraid that you won't get the medical help you need. And you head over to the apothecary?
Yeah, and I'm gonna be like,
You see the unusual fur folk as you walk by, and he just smiles at you, wagging his
I'm
tail.
gonna be like, hey, it's me again. Clearly in need of medical care. Also, there's a creepy guy around the corner trying to steal your business clients.
She
How's it going?
looks to you. You have not paid for the previous treatment. Oh, but look at your arms, sweetheart. What has happened?
Someone attacked me.
I could perhaps give you a bandage. It does not look too bad. Here, come here. And
I would greatly
she
appreciate
tenderly wraps your arm. She says, just add it to the bill.
Oh yeah, that's great. By the way, I found this powder. Do you have any idea what it is?
She
I
looks
figured you'd be good at this. You know, this is right in your wheelhouse.
a little confused. Well, I suppose it is. Let me see. Ah, interesting. Is magnetic sand.
Interesting. Do you know why anyone would need that?
I sometimes use it to swirl potions in jars, but I don't know why you would have it in a pouch. It's of no use to me dry.
Interesting. I'm gonna take the gem out of my pocket and be like, do you know anything about this?
No, it's a pretty stone?
Okay, cool. Well, thanks for your help. Again, don't forget there's that guy trying to steal your business. I feel like that should get me something off my
Trying
tab.
to steal my business?
And,
Who is
yeah, he's
trying to steal my
customers.
business?
It's this creepy guy who sniffs people and tries to steal your customers. He's trying to offer them magical things.
He
I
sniffs
just figured
people? What does he look like?
he kind of looks, well, you can't really see his face, but he's got a yellow coat. He really is hunched over and he's got big ears.
She kind of like sits there as if calculating. She says, "No, do you mean Charuk? Oh,
yeah,
he's a
that's- that-
sweetheart. Why don't you ask him? He is a vendor of magical items."
Okay. Insight check.
He is
Does
a-
that feel sus?
She looks to you and she says, "Your time is up. Leave the shop now, please."
Okay, thanks as always. Lovely talking
You
to you.
still owe me money.
I remember. Kind of. Bye. Alright. I guess we'll go talk to this guy. I'm gonna wait, and I'm gonna have Bjorn walk in front of me and be like, hey, you should ask this guy about the powder.
Alright. Well, I went over to Tony to let him know what we found as far as the documents and stuff. And since I'm sure my wisdom not being as great, if he could, help me sift through these and see if we can parse out any information back at the tavern or something. But first, let's go see what Watson's up to. So we'll move our way down to Watson.
I'm gonna stand directly behind Bjorn.
So did you figure out what this stand does?
So my friend said we should talk to this guy. He deals magical items. After you, I'll follow behind.
All right. Well, here, give me the sand, and I'll ask him.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
All right. I'm gonna walk over to him and introduce myself. Like, hey, my name's Bjorn. I heard you are the provider of magical items, and you also buy them as well.
Well, hello. They call me Charuk. It's a pleasure to meet. What can I sell for you today?
Not so much sell, but like we found this. We think it might be a magical item, but we're not exactly sure what it does. But if it maybe if it's something you're interested in buying, and I show him the pouch of black sand.
He looks inside and says, I have no use for it, but I would sell you a tuning fork if you wish to make use yourself.
What would the tuning fork do? What is...
He says it's a message, I believe. If you can use a tuning fork, you could perhaps see an image or a letter.
Oh, interesting. How much for the tuning fork?
5 gold.
5 gold? Alright. You guys I'm gonna look at these guys and be like, does that sound kosher, Tony? You're the magic guy.
Can I do an insight check?
What are you trying to figure out?
To see if he's lying.
About
it being a
about the
message.
fork? Yeah, go ahead.
I got an 11.
As far as you know.
Okay.
Tony, he said you're the magic guy. Basically, he was saying that the magnetic sand might be a message that you can, or an image that you can use a tuning fork to see. I'm not the magic guy. That's why I'm talking to you.
I have no idea.
He's a cleric. He prays.
Yeah.
He knows magical stuff. So, do you know how to use the tuning fork to make it send out the message? Like what we'd need to do?
He says, well, you would need to hit the right notes in order to reform the sand.
Interesting. So if the tuning... Will any tuning fork work, or will it only specific magic ones?
No, it
that you
has
have?
to be meant for communication this way.
Oh, and the one you're selling is?
Yes.
Alright. Screw it. I'll buy it for 5 gold.
Okay, yeah, you purchased this tuning fork from him. It has more spokes than you had imagined. There's 5 of them. You think that perhaps you're going to need to sit for a while and bang this thing around until it makes some sort of sound corresponding to what you need.
Yeah. I think I forgot to subtract 1 gold from our innkeep last night, so I'll do that too. So I'm down to 3 gold, guys. So what is this magic tuning fork?
Yep. He says, is there anything else, friends?
No. Thank you. And I'm gonna walk away. That guy gives me the creeps.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell him, like, let's go back to the bar, grab a couple drinks, and see if we can't figure out this message and sift
Bang
through all
that
this.
work around.
Yes, sift through all these correspondence that were in the chest. Maybe there's something in there.
Sounds good.
Yeah, you guys head off. The sun begins to set, and you find yourselves sitting around the bar, drinking and just generally trying to figure out how to operate this device. Every time you hit it from a different direction, it seems to make completely unusual and incoherent vibrations. It's as if the slightest rotation of the device, for some reason, gives you a note wildly different from the last. And you...
Can I do an invest? Never mind. Go ahead. Finish.
You lay the sand out across the table, you find that it reforms and reshapes every time you hit this little object against the table, against the wall, against anything in general, but you're struggling to figure out what it is you need to do to get it to form properly. Perhaps an object or a specific way of striking this fork that will give you what you're looking for.
I'm gonna pull out all the...
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, so I was gonna pull out all the documents and start handing them to each of us so that we can sift through it and see if we can't find anything that will either help us figure out this message or any other information about Shovelgar.
While he's doing that, can I do a perception check to see if I can figure out how to work the tuning fork better, or like an investigation check to see if there's like something that gives a clue on how to work this correctly?
Unfortunately, it would have to be performance because you have to learn to use this tool.
Oh boy. Okay. 18.
Yeah, you're getting a hang of this. You're managing to make this magnetic dirt vibrate across the table into weird and unrecognizable patterns, but even if you know how to use the device, it still seems you're missing some sort of component, or maybe some sort of use case that you're not familiar with.
Can I take the tuning fork and tap it against the gem? Is that a bad idea?
Yeah, you take it and it makes a low ringing, as if you struck a large piece of metal, but it doesn't seem to do anything.
Okay.
Do we find any information in those letters or documents that were in the box?
For sure, an investigation check.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'll do one too.
I guess we all should do one because I divvied it all up, so...
I'll just help. Well,
Okay, thank you.
What's investigation?
Unfortunately, I got a 12. With advantage.
Intelligence, I got a 17.
Damn, alright.
Romeo, how'd you do?
You just helped.
yeah, just
Okay. Bjorn, you had the 17, right? So
Yeah.
you're looking through these documents, and they're kind of just letters written to no one in particular. There's no header, no footer, just it seems like he's writing to someone who is never named. Or perhaps these were written to him. It's very odd because they're never signed. They're never used in a way where names, there's no signatures. There's no hello to so-and-so, goodbye to so-and-so, sincerely so-and-so, hello so-and-so. There's none of that. Just direct messages. One in particular strikes you as very unusual. He's almost rambling, talking about nothing. But he's written a date of the 5th on the paper, which hasn't come up yet, unless it was, a month ago. And it simply states that the bar has been too much for him and that he just can't stand all the singing and noise. It's too much here. And that whenever he hears the clanking of the beer mugs in this tavern, it just makes him sick.
Interesting. I I don't remember if we ever showed the image to the barkeep.
You had, and he had said that he'd seen the fellow, but didn't know much about him other than that he sometimes played cards with the drunken farmer.
You said that the tuning fork had 6 different notes
5.
or something. Can I do the 5th one? Can I try to strive for the 5th one?
Yeah, you can hit one of the individual forks, but it doesn't seem to do anything.
Okay, never mind.
Alright. We haven't talked to the drunk farmer yet, have we?
You've talked to him once, you've seen him around. I believe Romeo had actually cornered him and asked him some questions.
Nah, he drunkenly came up to me.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Maybe hit the tuning fork against the beer mug, see if that does anything.
Are you guys drinking at the tavern this evening?
I'm getting shit-faced.
Okay, I mean,
I'm getting shit-faced.
Drop them silvers, sir. It's not free.
I'm gonna ask if they could front me since I spent 5 gold on this tuning fork.
Yeah,
he says, no.
No, not the tavern guy.
Oh, yeah, okay.
No, I'll cover you, Brett.
Okay, thank you.
I'll cover you.
Yeah, you guys get a bunch of beer steins and start chugging it down, but what is the plan here?
So the only thing we got from going, no notes or anything about the tuning fork or anything like that.
Well,
We were gonna
hit the
try to-
tuning fork against the mug and see if that does anything. He said he didn't like the clinking of the mugs, so clink the mugs together, clink the tuning fork in the mug, see if that does anything.
Yeah, you guys clink the mugs together with the fork, and it resonates as it always does when you hit it up against any object. But the sand on the table forms into faint lines. It almost looks like it's text, but it's blurry. It's difficult to read. Something needs to change ever so slightly.
When we clank them, were the cups empty or?
They were partially full.
I'm gonna get mine topped off, so it's full.
Maybe they have to be full for it to work.
Okay,
Yeah,
you
we do
top
that.
off all your alcohol. It costs you an extra silver apiece.
That's fine.
Okay, and you clank them all together, and it goes actually out of focus a little more. The sand begins to spread.
Oh, I guess
So then
it's
we
gotta
need
be.
it to be empty.
Chug.
We all chug.
Constitution check. All of you chug your alcohol immediately.
I didn't chug mine. Oh, well, neither one of you got sufficiently shit-faced.
9 plus. I got a 14.
You managed to chug. It's nothing special. It's not particularly fast or clean, but you managed to come away without a drop on your shirt. Tony, it's been a long time since you've drank like this.
Yeah, I got a 14 too.
You make a bit of a mess, but your mug, your mug's empty. You're not a young man anymore, Tony.
Right again.
You clink together your 3 empty glasses, and the sand begins to rearrange itself into common. And it appears to be a short but very specific message. The mansion is a no. Moving on. Meet in the most dangerous place you can find.
I write this on a piece of parchment as straight as I can.
We're going to the tower, boys.
Alright, guys, and with that, I think we're going to end our session. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I have been a gracious DM. My name is Nick. Thanks again for coming, and we hope to see you in our next episode. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I think we should end the actual night session there.
And cut.
Yeah, it's hot as fuck, so that works for
I
me.
know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, plus we've been going for a good 3 hours.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Nice.
Excellent.
I do think that means we're going back to the tower, for the record.
Probably. Well, it says no. Actually, the mansion is on this.